How's it going?
Can you tell us a little bit about this area and how you found yourself down here working?
Well, I applied and I requested the southwest border, and they offered me 5 different stations, and I requested McAllen. I didn't know anything about the area. I'm from Georgia.
There's a lot of action in this area. What made you think this was the one?
I actually used Google Maps because I didn't know what I was getting into, and this had the most civilization, so I just went with this one.
It's a pretty dangerous job.
Yeah.
Were you always wired to be a particularly brave person?
I have just always trusted in God, and wherever He leads me is where I go, and that's the safest.
What's your favorite part of the job?
Hide and seek. Just helping people, going, following after sign, and seeing people, and just catching them.
So it's like world's highest stakes game of hide and seek.
It is.
If you don't catch them, then they're a legal alien. They're perhaps bringing drugs into the country, and if they...
Well, it's not just that. It's if it's a female, it could be a male too, but whether they think that they're going to safety and then they end up actually getting trafficked into slavery, into modern day slavery, they don't know what they're getting into.
And this is something we found. We don't believe the people south of the border have full information about what they're getting into when they start the journey. Has that been something you've encountered a lot?
Oh yeah, they have no idea what they're getting into.
Could you give us some examples of what they might not be aware of that you encounter?
I mean, it's simple things like water, housing, the temperature changes, whether it's when it was really hot to now it's freezing cold. A lot of people are getting hypothermia, and a lot of the babies are getting sick, and a lot of the times it's turned on to us of, oh, they passed away in your care. They came to us sick. We did what we could, but...
What's your reaction when you find maybe a young mother and a baby or multiple children? How do you react to that?
It's difficult. I get really frustrated with the situation that they put their child in. The child is less than a year. A lot of the vaccinations aren't done, and they're getting exposed to so much going through all these countries, and I don't think it's worth it to put them through that.
Bob said that your father was a Border Patrol agent. That's really cool. In the 80s?
Yeah.
What sector did he work? Where did he work?
He was over in California.
What did he think of you becoming an agent?
He actually brought it up to me. He thought that I would enjoy it, and it's very different than before, especially just the different sectors.
Sure.
Because here it's like from the river to the road, you saw beforehand like how easily they loaded up.
Yes.
For him, it was walking canyons and a group of 80 people that didn't know where civilization was, and so they relied on him to go where they needed to go to.
So do you think your job's harder than his job was, or do you think his job was harder?
No, it's just different.
Just different?
It's just different.
Yeah. What about over your 4 years? Have things changed? Have they gotten more difficult, less difficult for agents?
It's gone up and down.
Are there any particular instances that were particularly scary or dramatic that are favorites that stick out to you in your memory of you keeping us safe?
I mean, they put out over the radio at one point that, there's a guy with a gun over in the hike and bike trails. And so, of course, Border Patrol responded. I was in the area, so I figured I'd take a look around. Kind of died down. People went back to what they were doing, didn't find anyone. And I saw a guy and a girl walking. Guy had a bag. It was the guy that had the gun. And it wasn't really a big deal. I just called PD. They came over, and the guy had fired rounds over by a firing range, and I thought it was going to be big, and it was just an everyday thing. Yeah.
It's still dramatic though. How long have you been an agent?
4 years.
You want to work up the ranks?
I mean, I'm on boats right now. Maybe I'll go to horses, learn how to ride a horse. That's why I like Border Patrol. It's very vast. You can do everything.